All right, what are we doing here today, babe? We are talking about my Cassandra handbag, my YSL Saint Laurent Cassandra top handle mini in beige. I have had this bag for 1.5 years now, and I would like to review her. I think if you're going to get one, there are some things that you need to know. Some things you need to know, some realities you need to know about this handbag before you commit. I love this handbag in some ways, but in some ways, let's be real, a YSL handbag is a bit of an investment. It might impact your decision to get one. Shall we start with the pros? Let's start with the awesome things about her. Let's do a story time. I actually bought her from the Saint Laurent store online. Oh, it's covered in cat fur, so try to disregard that. I'm not sure that you get all the packaging if you don't buy it through the YSL online store or just in store. I'm not sure about that, but I did get all that stuff. And this is her, this is my baby. So she is a mini. Her measurements, you might have to consult. How dare you? For her full measurements, definitely consult the website, but I believe she's around 20 centimeters in length and 16 centimeters in height. I know because I measured her because I'm thinking about getting another bag soon, and I just wanted to compare sizes. I got the textured finish, and I personally prefer the slightly textured finish than the smooth. I don't know, there's something about these really thick luxury leathers where the smooth just kind of, like, it's so smooth that it almost looks like a bit plasticky. So I actually prefer the ones that have a slightly textured, sort of a little pebble, a tiny minute pebble finish. And my next handbag I will also be getting that sort of light textural finish. Now, she's obviously a neutral, and I bought her at a time where my wardrobe was a bit more this toned, and obviously she served me really well then. And now she serves me really well as well. So I was a little bit worried when I started committing to a different palette in my wardrobe that she would maybe become redundant. But actually I'm finding that she still looks really great with cooler tones and black. She's awesome in terms of styling. And as you are watching this, I am sure I am showing you a few little outfits of how I would style her now. That is definitely one of the pros of this bag. The colors that it does come in, and it comes in a few different colors, are just very usable. They're very usable, they're very easy, which is so important. I think if you are going to invest a shed ton of money into a luxury product, you kind of want to make sure it's fairly versatile, and the palette that these come in are very forgiving on the wardrobe. So another pro definitely is it's a very classic style. It's a very classic shape, easy to look at. The top handle means that it just looks quite timeless, and you could buy this handbag now and wear it 20 years in the future or 50 years in the past. It will still look cute. Now, in terms of having the little clasp, I like that my things are well protected in there, and I think another pro is that this is very easy to do and undo. I have tried other handbags that have more complicated things going on, and it's a nightmare. I am one of those people who are always digging around in their handbag. They're always pulling something out or putting something in. So having this really easy to deal with clasp, I just like doing that also. Such a satisfying sound. What do we call this? The lid. Nothing's gonna fall out. There are no spaces for things to fall out, so it's quite secure, which is another benefit, especially if you are traveling somewhere that's a little unsafe, or you live somewhere where you could get pickpocketed. That won't happen. Well, I mean, it totally could happen with this handbag, but it's less likely to happen. Imagine putting their tiny little hand in there, tiny little robber. Oh. Another great benefit of this bag is that it looks great as a crossbody. There are other styles of handbags that come with a strap, but they just don't look very good as a crossbody, and I think this bag does. It just balances really nicely, so you can wear it both ways. It's versatile in that way as well. You can take this off, or you can hide it inside the handbag and just wear it as a top handle or a crossbody. Another great thing is that the gold hasn't oxidized. You don't want to sort of spend all this money and then within a few months it's all like coppery looking. Another point that I really love about this bag and that I really need to stress is that the quality of the leather is amazing. It is so thick. It is like virtually indestructible, and I can guarantee that because I am someone who is very uncoordinated, shoving myself into things. I don't know, I just destroy things. I just do. I try not to, but I do. So I'm really impressed that I have managed not to destroy this. The exterior of the handbag is perfect. And by the way, I don't know if this is a thing, but it also hasn't faded in any way. The color hasn't changed in any way. There's no peeling, not to name specific brands, but if you spend $10,000 on a handbag and within a little while the leather is, or layers of the paint or whatever they use is stripping off, that is not good, babe. With this, like, it is in perfect condition. I will say the one spot there has been a little bit of wear and tear is, I don't know if you can see that. I've recently adjusted the strap. So that was where the strap was inside that little square bit in that finding. So it has like a little bit on the edges worn away there from pressure. But aside from that, I mean, that probably could be fixed if I really wanted to deal with that, but it's so very unnoticeable to me. The other thing that's great in terms of quality is the structure of it is not breakable. You know, I like to travel light, and when I recently went to Europe, this bag was shoved into my tiny little carry-on. Eventually, I put some things inside it so it would sort of remain in its shape. But when I first packed, I didn't put anything inside it. So I literally just crammed it in its bag, and then I had things on top of it. Oh, it's got these cute little golden feet too, doesn't it? Oh, adorable. You know, make sure that it's not touching any surfaces because it's too fancy for that. Yeah, I put an enormous amount of weight either side of this bag, and structurally she is still competent and fine. Nothing has happened. A part of me was wondering, oh my God, is she just gonna like cave in at the back, or is the bottom gonna break or something like that? But it's so solid. Yeah, I think those are all the pros. And now, as much as I love her, these are some realities you must be able to face. So I've just told you how structurally sound she is, but because of that, she's also quite heavy. Like, not heavy, but I can feel the weight. So if I fill her up, I can sort of, like, after a while, feel her weight if I'm wearing her as a crossbody, and she is a her, so don't come at me. She can be quite heavy, okay? So she is made out of a very thick leather. You know, there are some elaborate, heavier findings and all this, you know, all this stuff. It's not flimsy, plasticky stuff. Like, it does feel like real heavy metal. She can be a little bit heavier when worn as a crossbody, but that's not really the big issue. So my phone is a 13 mini and it will fit in here comfortably. I don't have it on me. 13 mini is probably about the maximum, so keep that in mind. If you have a larger phone and you want to be able to carry that around in your handbag, you're definitely going to need to size up and get the next size up, because this is the mini and she's little. This is one of my issues with the bag. You open it up and you can see that there is a division almost right in the middle there. And that is a solid piece of leather, I think, in the middle there. So that is actually quite limiting. If you are someone who wants to have a few different things in there, or for me, like, I want to pack a compact, tiny little camera in there. That's not my phone, which is thicker. I mean, I've done it, but I shouldn't be doing it because I could potentially destroy the bag. Maybe I should just get bigger bags. No, don't change for anyone. It would be really great if they took that big division out of there. I don't think you need to be able to organize things in a bag this small. I think you would benefit more from having that space not divided up so you have more versatility with what you can put in there. Another little con, if you were to be someone who used the card holders, because there's a card, well, not the card holder, is it a card holder? I guess it's a little pocket, little card pockets. Look, I can't show you in there because it's too dark. I carry the authenticity info with me just in case anyone ever asks. I'll be like, here's the certificate. That's quite tight in there, that one little pocket. If you get something in there, it's going to be incredibly difficult to get it out again. So I would say that that is almost like a redundant, that little pocket. It's just there for the sake of having one. Look, you could probably stick one card in there. If you angle it right, you might be able to get it out again. If not, too bad, it's lost in there forever and they're gonna have to hacksaw the whole thing up to get it out. That's a joke. It's an exaggeration, but it's kind of also a little bit, there's a little bit of truth in it. That's why it's funny. Let's get into the crux of what the biggest con of this handbag is. It is the strap. So getting the strap on and off is, my friend, an absolute nightmare. There's a reason why the strap is on right now. Basically, I don't want to have to take it off. I don't want to demonstrate me taking it off again either, so hopefully I'll be able to dig out the footage of me opening it previously. Take this off, you move that off, and then you have to like... Oh, I did it. With all that unnecessary intro, I did it. Look, I did it, but it was really hard, and you can see it looks a little bit manky now. When I first got this bag, I really wanted it, but that was a bother. I was like, oh my God, am I gonna be able to? So it's pretty hard to get back on as well. Oh my God, let me try to squeeze it in there. All right, it's happening. We're getting it. Oh my God, we're getting it. It's done. Okay. So that is the first issue with the strap. I could see that you might break it. I'm manhandling her now because I've had it for a year and a half, but that is an issue, I think, in my opinion. There just needs to be a little bit of adjustment with the size of the little knob or the little hole that the knob goes into, so that you don't have to go to the gym to work out for 6 months to be able to get that strap off. And the other issue that I have with the strap is that I think there needs to be a shorter adjustment hole, because I like to wear my crossbodies up quite high, and this comes below the hip, which I think is too low for me. I would really like the option of being able to wear it higher up. Someone's probably gonna say I can take it to a leathersmith and they can put another hole in it for me, but I don't know. I feel like if you've paid thousands of dollars for a bag, you should have that little bit of versatility built in there. And I kind of understand why they've done it. They've done it this way, obviously, because it's an aesthetic thing. Like, it would look pretty hideous to have this long ass thing here with like a million holes. But I just do think they've miscalculated the length of a woman. How long are the women? Like, are all the women that are buying this handbag like 6'3"? I don't know. I think like I'm wearing it at the shortest length, but that, in my opinion, could be the longest length. You know what I mean? I know I have a short upper body, but come on. Come on. Oh. Well, that was a mouthful. I hope you've enjoyed my little critique. Be sure that if I do get another fancy handbag, I will do an unbox or a chat about it in some way. That's it. That's it for this video. Head off to my other channel. Okay, I'll see you soon.